Hey, what's up, guys? It's me again, back for another tour review. And this one is the DC Multiverse Earth 23 Superman. And it also comes with a Collect and Connect Justice Buster. So basically, this Superman is actually basically, an African American Superman stuff, basically, yeah. And basically, yeah, his real name, basically as a human especially, is named Calvin Ellis, and he's known as President Superman. So of course, yeah, the thing is though, he's loosely based on Barack Obama, because this is like during he was created around like 2009, I believe. Yeah, so basically that during the time that Obama was being president, or was about trying to be president. And also he's inspired by Muhammad Ali too. Especially kind of makes sense though, because remember, like, Clark Kent Superman and Muhammad Ali actually did be in a comic together, fighting each other and stuff. So yeah, basically, yeah. So it makes sense though that they basically combine Barack Obama with Muhammad Ali to make him. Pretty impressive. But yeah, so here's the box. Yeah, so this is right here. See, it says right there. Also, like, yeah, of course, the alien name, or basically Kryptonian name, is Kal-El, similar to Clark Kent's, but like just obviously he's a different character. Yeah, and of course, right there shows all the stuff about him being president and all his powers and everything. Basically similar to the original Superman, though. Yeah, this is also, yeah, made by Mattel and not McFarlane Toys. This is way before McFarlane gained the rights. This is like around like 2015. This figure was made. So of course other figures: Batman, Joker, Arrow, of course Superman himself. This version of Superman, the Flash, and then of course Reverse Flash. Yeah, definitely would collect the other DC Multiverse from in 2015, 2016, whatever, before that and after that too. Because I do have a good amount of DC Multiverse from the Mattel line of figures, besides the DC Multiverse that I have now of you know McFarlane Toys. But yeah, anyways, let's get to unboxing this, shall we? But yeah, just to be clear, this is actually a gift from a friend of mine's. I'm not gonna say too much. You know, I'm just gonna say that, yeah, dude, like a friend of mine that I started talking to, that I've been friends with, for a while, but I, just started talking to them now on social media, and I really thank him so much. Yeah, because he was very sweet and generous for this, to just give me this gift. I appreciate that. But yeah, let's take him out here now. Okay. Oop, gotta be careful with the cape though. Okay. Alright, so here's the figure right here. Wow, looks pretty cool. But yeah, this is the Build-A-Figure piece. It's basically the leg for the, character, the Justice Buster. And this one, is the left leg, to be exact. Okay, so let's do a close up of him. Yeah, you can definitely see this is pretty sick though. Looks just like from the comic. I mean, I haven't read the comics, to be honest. his version of Superman. But I did hear about it, and the thing is, honestly, I know what he looks like. And also, remember back in 2018, and then sometimes even onwards, there's been talks about having Michael B. Jordan play Superman. And of course, people be complaining about it because, for one thing, I'll see, you know how it is, though. They say about characters being recasted. I mean, basically, being race swapped and everything. And this was also before, Henry Cavill as Superman was finally, going to be showing, in future movies before, Black Adam showed him and stuff. This is way before that, so people were not even sure if Henry Cavill was going to return or not because he was having his own crisis stuff, his own problem stuff, whatever. So of course, you know how that is. That's just, how it is right there. But the thing is, though, of course, now many years later, Black Adam showed that he was going to return because basically The Rock wanted him to return, and then pretty much everyone else wanted him to return too. Unfortunately, James Gunn then eventually took over, and he pretty much canceled the whole idea of having that become a thing. So pretty much we're getting a reboot Superman by David Corenswet. I mean, we're still actually gonna get the Michael B. Jordan, Superman movie because that's already been confirmed as an Elseworlds project. If people didn't know that was gonna be like a separate continuity thing, and whatever back then. Of course, people didn't even know that it was gonna be like a completely different character, Superman, and not the same, as Clark Kent. This one is Calvin Ellis, so I'll see. It wouldn't matter if they actually made a black Superman movie. Because Calvin Ellis is a completely different character from Clark Kent, and I'd be pretty sure Michael B. Jordan would probably be a good, first time adaptation of Calvin Ellis's, Superman for Elseworlds project. Because I mean he's did pretty much good with other roles and movies involving superhero movies. I mean, obviously, the Fantastic Four from 2015 that didn't do so well, obviously, but he did do a good job with Black Panther playing a Killmonger, and also he did do a good job too with, also that movie Chronicle, from 2012, I believe. Yeah, that was also like a good example of a movie that's kind of superhero related because it is kind of considered a superhero movie, though not in the general sense, and whatever. Just because it's got superpower characters, even though they're like completely original, they're not based on any properties and stuff, which is pretty cool still. So I mean, he could probably do a good job. I definitely would like to see that though. But anyways, let's get a closer look at him again. See, the face sculpt looks pretty cool. The suit looks pretty awesome. Nice color scheme and everything. The cape, just red with black. Okay, sick. But anyways, now let's get to the articulation of the characters. Basically the figure now, shall we? The head. Oh, it can go 360. And can go up and down a little bit. The arms can, go up like this. Well, like that T pose. And got the bicep swivel. The elbow can bend forward. And the hand can swivel rotate 360. There's no there's no wrist articulation, unfortunately, with that, because this is like the McFarlane Toys figures by this is like the DC Multiverse by Mattel. So Mattel back then didn't when they first started though, they didn't really have much articulation. Eventually they started improving, but then it was too late because it was near the end though. But so you can see the abs can crunch a little bit up and down. And let me see. Yeah, there's no rotating right here, no. But yeah, the legs, yeah, they can do a split. And then, the leg can, rotate 360. Of course, the knees can bend, that much. And, the foot, it can, move the ankles. Ankles can move up and down. And unfortunately, there's no ankle pivot because, that's how McFarlane Toys, Mattel did their DC Multiverse mostly without the, high-tech articulation in comparison to a Marvel Legends. But yeah, so okay, let's now do size comparisons now, shall we? Okay, so first and the second comparison right here, both of them. Yeah, so these are the comparisons of the DC Multiverse figures. The only thing is, though, these two are not from Mattel. They're from McFarlane Toys. So yeah, let's try to stand them up a little bit more. Okay, so here's our Superman, President Superman, next to Black Adam and Ben Affleck's Batman from The Flash. I mean, it's kind of decent, not too bad, not too good neither. Unfortunately, because this figure is from the Mattel wave of figures and not the McFarlane Toys figure lines and stuff. Obviously, he's going to be more smaller and he's going to be appearing more cheaper in comparison compared to McFarlane Toys, because McFarlane Toys does much better job at making the characters more detailed and more realistic too. Yeah. But yeah, of course, with the Flash wave of DC Multiverse figures, though, apparently it was kind of more of a downgrade, though, of the figures, especially with the Batman. I mean, obviously, I do like the Batman, though. But unfortunately, it doesn't look accurate to the movie, though. But yeah, I mean, he pretty much stands, right where their shoulders would be at. Yeah, so, I mean, can I imagine this kind of being accurate? I mean, kinda I can. It's kind of hard though because I'll see. You would usually imagine though comic characters being much bigger and bulkier or more taller than the movie adaptations usually, but this is kind of like the opposite with these figures. They don't really scale too well because that's just how it is though. McFarlane Toys makes 7-inch figures, and DC Multiverse by Mattel was 6-inch figures. And McFarlane Toys does much better different stuff, and compared to the figures by Mattel. But I mean, it's kind of a fair one, I guess. It's not that bad. But yeah. But let's now do size comparisons with Hasbro Marvel Legends movie Venom figure. Yeah, I mean, obviously I can imagine this though, because Venom is a much bigger, bulkier and huskier character in comparison to him. Yeah, and of course this is a movie Venom figure from the Tom Hardy movies. So I mean, but it can actually pass as a comic one if you actually customized it and whatever. It's because now they basically they mostly look the same. But man, pretty interesting comparison. I can imagine this one feels like a little more realistic approach, in my opinion. Yeah. So especially because Marvel Legends are more in scale with the DC Multiverse figures, that's why. but I mean, it's not that bad. Now we're gonna do size comparisons with all the female characters that I got, as Marvel Legends. Okay. All right. Here you go. So we have Jessica Drew from Into the Spider-Verse, no, Across the Spider-Verse. We have Agatha from WandaVision, and also from her own series. But obviously, this is mostly based on the WandaVision show. Of course, then we have Scarlet Witch, but the zombie version from What If, and then we have Gamora, the heist Gamora from the What If as well. But I mean, yeah. So I mean, as you can see, he does scale more well with them because they're mostly the same size, almost the same size. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I can imagine them being around this height. Jessica Drew and his Superman, Calvin Superman, and then of course with Wanda. Yeah, I can imagine that being more how they would be together, and the Gamora, that version of Gamora, and then Agatha too. Yeah, it just feels like more like a better scale compared to DC Multiverse from McFarlane Toys. Mattel, they're like outdated in comparison to the new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figures. Marvel Legends, they're like the same though as how they were, you know, then. They still haven't changed their like sizes to be in scale with DC Multiverse, which I'm pretty sure like they're not gonna ever change their scale. They're gonna stay the same way because the only reason why McFarlane Toys did it because apparently they were told they had to do it to be like a better detailed improvement over the predecessors. But it is what it is. I mean, unfortunately, I would prefer to have them be around the older scale. But I mean, what can you expect? Different companies, they do different things. And I'll see McFarlane Toys, they do a much better job at making their characters more detailed and more realistic usually. So I mean, you gotta give them that. And obviously they're trying to show that they're more collectible too, compared to, other figure lines. Those not completely like, not to the point where it's like SH Figure Arts though. SH Figure Arts is more of a better improvement usually. But anyways, I can see this, scale pretty well. I like it. Yeah, now, as much as I pretty much, would love to show Superman, Clark Kent Superman, next to him, unfortunately, I can't because I don't have a DC Multiverse figure of him from the, McFarlane Toys or from the Mattel line figures or anything that's similar to those lines of figures. So I can't do that. Yeah, so this is basically my first DC Multiverse of Superman, but this is like not the Clark Kent version; it's the Calvin Ellis version. Yeah, because when I started collecting DC Multiverse the first time, I never had, any figures from, the Mattel line I mean, actually, I do have a Superman from the McFarlane Toys line. I actually do, but I don't have it with me to show comparison. But if I did have it if I did have it with me right now, I would do a size comparison of that. But yeah, that figure of Superman from the McFarlane Toys line is the animated series Superman. I would show the comparison, but I can't because I don't have him at this house at the moment or the apartment that I'm in right now. So unfortunately, I can't show it to you. But is what it is. But yeah, like, what do I think about this figure? What would I rate it? I would say, I mean, I would give it an 8 out of 10. The reason why is because, I mean, it looks so colorful and, you know, shows a lot of detail, but it's not, you know, pretty much, you know, that much articulated though, compared to, you know, later figures from the Mattel line, and also later figures, or no, like, you know, the ones from McFarlane Toys now. Yeah, it doesn't have as much articulation, sadly. But I mean, it's a good figure. I do love it, and whatever. I just, you know, wish that Mattel. I wish that Mattel actually did a much better job of trying to be a rival to, you know, the whole Marvel Legends by having them articulate crazily. Because that was the biggest flaw. That was like the biggest complaint. Besides, you know, some other details like saying, oh, they need like better improvement on their paints and whatever, the paint apps and, you know, details and everything. Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with certain characters. Some characters are decent though, and whatever, you know. So I mean, do I recommend this figure? Yeah, I mean, if you really like Superman, and you like President Superman, and you like McFarlane toys, or not this is the Mattel line figures though. If you like Mattel, you prefer, you know, if you prefer Mattel over the McFarlane toys, that's good. If you like both or whatever, that's good. If you like McFarlane toys better, but you're down to collect these figures because, you know, because I mean they're also good as collectibles too. You can, if you're a big DC fan, big superhero fan, yeah, you can collect it. Yeah, I mean, I do recommend it if you really want to have this piece in your collection. You know, because now they don't make these figures anymore since obviously Mattel lost the license and McFarlane Toys got the license now. So I mean, you know, if you have any in your collection of the, you know, Mattel line, be grateful because obviously you cannot find these in stores again unless, you know, it's like a flea market, a thrift store, or, you know, eBay, Amazon. Yeah, you know. Obviously because this is also from back in 2015, so it's been a long time now. So, but yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, this review, and, you know, thank you all for watching, and, you know, feel free to, you know, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, comment, and, you know, like this video too. And, you know, this has been another video by me, and, you know, see you guys in the next video whenever I do another video. Peace.